Today in TalksPed, we are going to continue conversation on early intervention services in respect to autism and overall global developmental delay. We know that the key to better prognosis is early intervention services. In the United States, this is provided for children 0 to 3 years of age at almost no cost or minimal cost to the families. What I personally like the most about early intervention services is connecting with the family, is working with them, with their little young ones in those very important and critical early years by helping the parents or the grandparents by empowering them, teaching them the skills that they need to form those important connections that are so critical in the early years of life. As a speech language pathologist, going out to their homes, sometimes even out in the park, it was very special to see how the parents connect with their children and then help them problem solve right then and there. And also, look at their daily routines, whether it's feeding, bathing, dressing, and then helping them see how they can find communication opportunities or language enriching situations in their daily life to help their child and also to help them understand those cues that they might be missing when the child is trying to engage with them. In the United States, early intervention services begin with a process of self-referral. You do not need a physician referral, but if you are at a well checkup exam with your pediatrician, you can discuss your concerns. Even if your child is at risk, it is a good idea to make that referral to the early intervention program of your state. And you can look it up on the website of CDC, or you can also discuss the gaps that you're seeing in your child's growth and development by looking at the developmental tracker. Again, the app is also there at the CDC website. So if you find that your child is lagging behind in one area or multiple areas, the process begins with assessment and eligibility determination. Your child may require support and services just in one area or maybe multiple areas. So the state assigns a case manager who coordinates the assessment process, and assessment is done in all developmental areas such as the physical, cognitive, social, emotional, communication, and self-help skills. And once a child is found eligible, then those therapists or early intervention service providers come out to your home. So they may collaborate with other agencies, such as if your child is going to a daycare or has other private therapists working with you. The idea is to support in those early critical years as a team. We all want to be on the same page and help the child bridge those gaps that you're noticing in the very critical early years. Because with early intervention, your child, especially many children on the autism spectrum, are able to handle general education settings with minimal support, right? So you want to start big in the beginning, right from the get-go. Get these services which are almost at no cost to you. The process of assessment and eligibility leads to these services and to the formulation of a document called IFSP, Individualized Family Service Plan. Now, the most important person in this plan is you, the parent. So we want to make sure your goals for your child are being addressed, and also take into consideration the assessment that is being shared by the specialist. Make sure to ask questions and understand what is it all about. Also, in the Bay Area, therapists are very well aware of serving a very culturally, socially, linguistically diverse population. So they have to make goals that are more meaningful to you as a family. Now, these services and all these coordinations may seem over daunting, but hang in there. The case manager supports you through step-by-step process of receiving services and coordinating them. once your child turns 3, these services don't just stop. We are going to hear from a group of panelists who are public education system, who work in our public school districts, because once a child turns 3, these services are now coordinated with your public schools. So your child may continue to receive services, for example, just in speech and language, and you as a parent can take your child to the nearest public school that you have and get those services. Or he or she may have a global delay like autism or other developmental delay and need a more specialized classroom where a special education teacher might be providing services for 3 to 5 hours with the help of other service providers. So it all depends on the unique needs of the child, and the process begins with a transition meeting between the IFSP and the school district. And we will hear more from a panel who will share how they're doing these services even during the COVID time. So the key takeaways from today is early intervention services are almost at zero to minimal cost to the families. You can begin this with a phone call or a self-referral to your early interventions program in the state. And also, it is a collaborative process. So remember, as a parent, you have a voice. You have a voice in all services and goals that are being provided to your child. So make sure to exercise your parent rights.